Is a hip opening flow which is more of intermediate, and if you are able to join me, that would be great. We'll be starting on in Supta Baddha Konasana, laying on our back with our feet together, knees wide open. So let's begin. Come to a seat facing the lower side of your mat, and then come to lie down, bringing the feet together, knees wide open. Hands on your belly, and let your breath come in naturally through your nose. And as you take your breath out, settle down, finding all the points of contact of your body with the mat. Starting to feel the rise in your belly, the softness of your ribs. Let the body sink into the earth, bringing awareness into the present sensations of your body. And maybe make an intention to open your hips today with this flow, releasing all the tension and tightness. Couple more breaths here. And then on your next inhale, start to bring your hands to your knees and bring your knees together and back into your chest. Holding onto your knees, rock your knees side to side, allowing a little massage. Start to come up to a seated pose and turn to face the long side of the mat. We're coming into Janu Shirsasana, which is a side bend, which is also half butterfly. Bringing your left foot into your right inner thigh, slide your right hand to your right ankle or wherever it reaches, and then reach your left arm over your left ear. Trying to keep the left hip down, taking few breaths here to just find that comfort and ease in this shape. Just notice the sensations of this stretch, of side bend, and lengthen your side body. And gently come back to center and switch to the other side. Extend your left leg out long, right foot in your inner thigh. Slide your left hand anywhere it reaches, and then take your right arm over your right ear, feeling that right side body stretch. Few breaths here. And then gently coming back to center. Turn to the front of the mat as you come into tabletop. And then walk your knees and feet forward, coming into a forward fold at the top of the mat. You can ragdoll it out here, holding opposite elbows. Knees are soft, belly's on your thighs. Relax the head between your biceps. Allow your head to be heavy and let the gravity pull you down as you let go of the muscles. Then release your arms down to the ground as you rise up with your feet grounded. Nice and slow, reach your arms up overhead. And exhale, sit back into your chair pose, sinking your seat back, Reach your arms forward, gaze forward, pull the belly in. Keeping your heels heavy, thighs firm. Couple breaths here. And then gently release your arms down, taking a forward fold. Bring your feet as wide as the mat, coming for a squat pose, toes out, heels in, and sink as low as you can. Maybe use a block or two to sit upon, finding your inner and outer hips opening. Press your elbows into the knees and knees back into your elbows. Few breaths here. Allow that breath to calm yourself down and bring you into the present moment. Noticing the sensations and tightness. And then release your hands down to the ground, stepping back into your plank pose, finding your hips. So step your feet back into plank pose, firm up your thighs, take a deep breath in here, and lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Let your thighs form to the back of the room. Let your arms be strong. Pull your shoulders away from your ears and belly to your spine. Take one more deep breath in. And breath out through your mouth. And then gently press both hands into the mat. Firm up your left thigh and reach your right leg up to the ceiling. So find that long line from your heel to the crown of the head. Hug your right knee into your chest as you roll forward into plank pose. This is core plank. Press through your hands, reach your right leg up and back. 2 more times, point the toes, knee to chest. And then lower the hips in line with your shoulders as you come forward. And then step your right foot to your right hand. Lower your left knee down to the mat. Lift your chest as you sink your hips further down. Untuck your back toes. Take a couple breaths here. And if you need blocks underneath your hands, you can place them at any height to find that inner thigh stretch. One more breath here. And then send your hips back. Keep your front foot flexed. As you flex your right foot, feel that stretch in the back of your hamstrings. Back of your right leg. You can walk your hands back or you can use blocks to support you. One more breath here. Relax your head as you exhale. And then rebend your front knee. Walk your hands further. Taking an easy twist. Left hand stays down, right arm up. With your knee down, take a deep breath in. And hold your foot with your right hand if you can as you bend your back knee. This is not necessary. It's an option if you can reach. And then reach your right arm up to the ceiling again. Release that foot. Hands come down. And then step your right foot back into plank pose. You can take vinyasa here with your knees down if you wish. Bend at the elbows, belly in. Lift the chest, cobra or up dog. Exhale, roll over your toes, downward facing dog. Take one breath in. And breath out. Sending your left leg up as you press through both hands. Point the toes, knee to chest, core plank. Send it up and back once again. Point the toes, knee to chest, lower those hips. One more time. three-legged dog, core plank, knee to chest. Step your left foot to your left hand and lower your right knee down. You can stay here with your hands down or on blocks, or you can bring your hands to your left knee. Sink the hips forward, lift the chest. One more breath here. Release the hands down. If you have to, walk your left foot forward and then straighten your left leg. Flex your foot towards your face. Maybe walk the hands back or use blocks to be able to soften your front upper body. The more you flex your left foot towards your face, the more you feel the hamstring stretch. One more breath in. Soften as you exhale. And then start to lean forward as you bend your front knee. Keep your right hand down. Readjust your left foot and reach your left arm up to find a twist. Sink your hips further down towards the mat. See if you can bend your back knee and hold your foot with your left hand. These are just options. If you can, take them. And then release your left hand down. Tuck your back toes. Step back into plank pose. Lower your knees and bend the elbows. Chaturanga. Slide forward. Cobra or up dog. Exhale. Roll back to down dog. High lunge. Reach your right leg up. Step your right foot to your right hand. And then rise your arms up. Sink your hips further forward as you firm up your back leg. Inhale breath. Keep sinking the hips down. Reach the arms up. Pulling your hips in opposite direction. One more breath here. As you release your hands down, frame your right foot. Take a deep breath in, and then straighten your right leg for pyramid pose. Keep relaxing the upper body. Maybe lift your right foot off the ground. Keep your back heel lifted. Maybe use blocks for your hands. One more breath in. One more breath out. As you take an inhale, release the foot, rebend your front knee. Keep your left hand down, reach your right arm up for an easy twist. This is similar to what we did before with the left knee down. And if it permits, your body permits you, you can try to roll onto the outer edge of your left foot and release your right hand towards the back, sinking your hips further down. Take a couple breaths here. Your right outer foot is on the mat as well. As you lower the hips, slowly come back to center. Plant your hands, step your right foot back, plank pose. Chaturanga, bend the elbows, lift the chest, lift the hips to down dog. High lunge on the left side, reach your left leg up. Step it forward, square out your hips before you come up, and then rise up with stability. Sink the hips down, firm up your right leg, square out your hips. Take a couple breaths here, pulling the belly in. Keep your torso long. One more inhale. One more exhale. As you release your hands down, straighten out your left leg on your exhale breath, releasing your upper body and fold over. Maybe walk the hands back or use blocks. Maybe lift your toes up towards your face. the stretch, squaring out the hips. Take one more breath in, one more breath out. As you lean forward, step your foot down, rebend your front knee. Keep your right hand down to the mat, left arm reaches up for an easy twist. Keep that right leg firm. Squeeze these inner thighs towards each other. And when you're ready, turn to face the left side of the room. Sink your right hip down, reach your left arm back for a deep hip stretch. Take one more breath in, and then release your left hand down to the mat. Turn your right toes up, step back to plank pose, lower down chaturanga, lift the chest, up dog, and roll back to down dog. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Start to walk to the top of the mat. Take an inhale breath. Sorry about that. Exhale, fold. Slowly rise up to stand, reach your arms overhead. Exhale to chair pose, bring your hands to prayer at your heart. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, twist to the right side. Press the palms together, try to stack your shoulders, elbows. Keep your hips leveled and heels heavy. And then rise back up as you bring your arms up. Exhale, take your seat back, take a twist to the left. Try to look up if you can, if your neck allows you. Keep pressing the palms, twisting the upper body. And then rise back up to center. Release the hands down, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, breath, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your palms, step back to plank pose. Chaturanga, lift the chest, up dog. And exhale to down dog. Reach your right leg up and back. Bend your knee and open the hip. Make some hip circles right here, creating an opening in space. And then reverse those circles, keeping your left side body strong. And then bring your right knee back to the chest, core plank. Step in between both hands, right in the middle of the mat. Turn your back heel down, rising into warrior two. Sink your hips as far as possible, trying to parallel your right thigh towards the ground. Gaze is forward. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Keeping everything else steady, flip your right palm up, reverse your warrior as you reach up, taking a side bend stretch. And then release both hands to the inside of your right foot. Wiggle that right foot out to the side. Turn your left heel up, coming into lizard lunge. Sink your hips further. Keep your right knee over your right ankle. You can keep your left knee lifted, or you can bring it down to the mat, untuck your back toes. Even lower your forearms on blocks or on the ground. Take a few breaths here. You can open your right knee out to the side and maybe press your right hand away, opening up the right hip here. And then release your right hand, left hand. Tuck your back toes. And then slide your right leg up and back. Three-legged dog. Bend your knee, open the hip. We're coming into pigeon pose. So slide your right knee to your right wrist, untuck your back toes, and then square out your hips. Forearms come down. If your body allows you, maybe reach your arms further forward, relax your chest and forehead down. Try not to lean onto your right hip. One more breath. Start to walk your hands back as you lift up your chest. And this time lean onto your right hip and bring your left leg around. Take a seated twist, bringing your left foot outside your right thigh. Your left hand behind you as a kickstand. Right arm reaches up to find more length, and then twist your body to the left side. Maybe close the eyes and just feel the sensations in this twist. One more breath in, and one more breath out. Gently come back to center. We'll back it out the way we came in. Step back to plank from here. Lower chaturanga. Lift the chest and lift the hips. Take one deep breath in and out through the mouth. Send your left leg up and back. Bend your knee, open the hip. Keep your right side body strong. Make some hip circles with your left knee. You might hear some cracking, creating more space and opening. Reverse those circles. Square out your hips, long left leg, knee to chest, core plank, and then step it in between both hands. Turning your right heel down. Warrior 2. As you reach your arms out to the side, sink your hips further down. Try to keep pressing your right outer foot down to engage your right inner thigh, and left foot down and left knee out. Relax your shoulders, soften your ribs, strong legs, root down through your feet, keeping everything else as it is. Flip your left palm, taking reverse warrior as you rotate your arms. Feeling the side body stretch. And then release your hands to the inside of the left foot, coming into a lizard lunge. Wiggle that left foot out to the left. Right leg can stay strong and lifted, or right knee can come down. Untuck the back toes. You can stay here or use blocks to bring your forearms to the mat, even if your body allows. By the way, you can take as many breaths as you like in these postures. I'm just running you through different postures for the hip opening series. You can turn to the outer edge of your left foot and then press the left knee out with your left hand. Just make sure you breathe deeply and target that area. Create more space and opening. And then release your left hand to the ground. Tuck the back toes. Send your left leg back to three-legged dog. Bend your knee, open the hip. Flex the left foot and send your right outer hip back. Coming into pigeon pose, square out your hips. Glide your left knee to the left wrist. Untuck your back toes. Square out your hips. Make sure you're not leaning to the left side. And then walk your forearms down. When ready, you can straighten your arms out as you release your chest and the forehead. And gently start to walk back as you lift up the chest. And this time lean onto your left hip as you glide your right foot to the outside of your left thigh. Make sure your both sits bones are on the mat. Turn yourself to the right. Bring your right hand behind you. Left arm up for a length on the side body. And then take a twist over to the right side. Starting to turn to the right from above your belly button. And using the leverage of pressing your elbow into the knee and knee back into the elbow to create a deeper twist. One more breath here. And then come back to center. We're going to cool down. So we'll extend our legs out long, taking that buttock flesh out to find more length. Flex your feet, reach your arms overhead. Release your hands to reach any part of your leg and relax your head. Couple breaths here. Releasing any tension from your lower back. Relax the head, the shoulders. Press the thigh bones down if you can, or put a soft bend in your knees. And gently lift up your upper body. Keep your arms long. Engage your core and start to come and lie down onto your back. We're coming into reclined twist position. So step your feet in and then hug your knees into your chest. Rocking side to side. Bring your arms out in T and shift your hips to the right side. As you lower your knees, either stacked or staggered to the left, turning your gaze to the right side body. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed, your belly is soft, and you're breathing into the side body. Palms down to anchor you down. Feeling that expansion of your ribs and softening of your ribs. And then gently coming back to center, we'll take on the other side. So you can shift your hips to the left, keep your arms out long, stack or stagger your knees. And then take your gaze to the left side. Notice how you feel, how your hips feel, how your breath feels. Try to make your long breaths, inhale breaths, same as the long exhale breaths. Using your inhales to create more space and exhale to create more twist or length. And then gently come back to center. We're coming into happy baby. So center yourself. And then bring your knees into your armpits. Lift your feet up to the ceiling. Either hold the backs of your thighs, or if you can reach through your knees, hold to the outer edges of your feet. Try to relax the shoulders and your tailbone down. So try not to lift your hips. Keep your spine long and back flat. Maybe rock side to side. And then releasing the feet down to the mat, we'll take a bridge pose. So make sure your feet are close enough to skim your heels with the fingertips. And then open up the shoulders, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Press into your heels, tuck your tailbone, and peel your spine open towards the ceiling, squeezing the glutes and your knees energetically. Take one more breath in And one more breath out. Just remember to do what you can and never forcing the body, using your breath to create space and length and twist. We'll be ending our class or our flow with Shavasana. So extend your legs out long, arms by your side, palms face up. Relax the toes, consciously scanning the body to see where you're holding any tension and letting go. Taking slower, deep breaths in and out through the nose. Letting the body fill with the fresh energy. Letting your mind calm down. You can take this flow anywhere, anytime when you're feeling stuck or tight or tense in your hips and need some energy moving. I'm going to leave you here in Shavasana. Hope you enjoyed the class, and if it was challenging enough, that's great. You're just challenging yourself to find more strength, more flexibility, more space and opening in your body. And you can gradually come into this practice if you can watch other videos that I post on YouTube channel, Yoga with Bina. Please like, share, subscribe to the channel. Namaste.